Hello everyone, this is Ben the Hun One, and today I am going to do a not super in-depth, but, still hopefully comprehensive review of the first 6 Mega Man games on NES. If you listen to Who You'd, you'll know that I've recently decided to check out the Mega Man games properly. I have a little bit of experience when I was significantly younger. I had Mega Man 0 on the GBA, which I played a bunch of, but could never beat the first boss. So that was my experience. And then also, I had a couple of the Battle Network games, which those I thought were pretty fun. But in terms of like real, true core series like Mega Man and Mega Man X, I had never tried it until a couple weeks ago when I decided to give the Legacy Collection a shot. So I played Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 pretty much back to back over the course of maybe 2 weeks, seeing the evolution of things. You'll know if you listen to Who You that I'm someone where I have to go in order, starting at the very beginning and continuing on from there in release order. So Mega Man 2 is like the game that people say is like, oh, that's where Mega Man even peaked, but certainly got good. And Mega Man 1 definitely is rough. It's definitely an early NES game. Not great graphics. It's a little bit clunky. None of them have a save system, but this doesn't even have a password system. You have to do it all at once. Brutally difficult. I'd say they're all pretty difficult to various degrees. And I definitely utilize the features of the Legacy Collection, being the rewind feature as well as save states, without shame, because they are, 30, almost 40-year-old NES games, which are short, but intentionally design it to be brutally difficult so that, it doesn't take you an hour, it takes you 50, and you get your money's worth. And I don't need to spend 50 hours on Mega Man 1. Additionally, that was a time where there would be what I would say is like playground knowledge, where, oh, hey, Ben, if you use the bomb on Cutsman, that kills him quickly. Oh, okay, I'll try that. And this shared pool of knowledge that lets you all progress the game by experimenting and trying things. So I think the modern equivalent of that is, guides on the internet. So I also, without shame, used some boss order guides saying, okay, yeah, this weapon is most effective against this guy. Here's what you should start with. Here's what you should do next to really take advantage of those. And even with all that, Mega Man 1 is just difficult and not great. But I powered through to get to Mega Man 2, which absolutely is so much better. We have like an actual story a little bit. In 1 we get like a little cutscene at the end. We get a poorly localized bit of story in the manual with Monsteropolis, which never pops up again. But with 2 we get an opening cutscene. It's greatly expanded scope. The levels are a lot more interesting, a lot more detailed. It also has, in the US release, a easy called normal mode, which that's what I played. And definitely, I made it so much easier. But almost to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't want this to be trivial. I think I still could have done it with the hard difficulty, but I appreciated having it be a little bit smoother. I was able to appreciate it more. If I'm not a real gamer, it doesn't matter. I don't care. But yeah, Mega Man 2, very fun. Huge leap forward. And then I would say, as much as 2 was a huge leap forward from 1, 3 is an even bigger leap forward, where we got sliding, which I couldn't get the hang of at first. I bought a 8-bit do controller so I could have a real D-pad instead of, I have an Xbox Series controller, which I use for most things. I need a controller, but using a joystick is not preferable. And the D-pad on the Xbox is alright, but not really the kind of D-pad that this game was designed for. So I got an 8-bit controller, and I think that helped a lot, especially with sliding, which instantly so much more interesting to have those choices of movement. You know, you go fast, it's a lot of fun. We also get Mega Man's dog, Rush, providing a whole bunch of new options for traversal. All of them are super fun to use. We get even more story with Proto Man, this mysterious progenitor of Mega Man. Again, ramping up the story, which is a lot of the reasons why I play games, is for their stories. So I quite enjoyed Mega Man 3. It's definitely, you know, people point to this one I see online as one that isn't great. It had extra time, but also it was kind of left unfinished. There are definitely some bugs, like even right on the stage select screen, there's a bug. And there's definitely some padding, having to go through several of the stages again, fighting all the Mega Man 2 bosses again. But it's still good. I quite enjoyed it. And then Mega Man 4. Again, another good game. It introduced charge shots, which having more options for things to do is always great. It's got more story. It's got better graphics. A lot of fun. And it's got Eddie. Throughout the next few games, they have Eddie. I love Eddie. I always say, hi Eddie. Just such a helpful little guy. You gotta love him. And this is also the game. The villain is not Wily, seemingly. It is Dr. Cossack. In the first 3 games, the format was you go through all the Robot Masters. 3 had the little extra thing of, oh, you have to go through and defeat all Mega Man 2 Robot Masters again. But at the end of it, you go through Wily's castle, you fight him, and you're done. This time, we have Dr. Cossack's Citadel that you have to go through and beat Cossack. And oh no, it was a trick. Wily was blackmailing him. He had his daughter kidnapped. And now I have to go through a Dr. Wily's castle now. So that's 2 big castles back to back, which is a lot. It's just a lot. I don't love that. I'd rather it just be one shot straight through. Also worth mentioning about 4 is we're getting more exploration aspects. You know, all the levels are pretty linear. In 4, 2 levels we get secret items that are used for traversal, the balloon and the wire, which, having that exploration aspect, it's not quite a Metroidvania or anything, but it makes levels way more interesting, and it is expanded even more in Mega Man 5, where the big new thing is Beat, yet another robotic companion for Mega Man. It's a little bird that homes in and attacks enemies for you. However, in order to unlock him, you need to collect a bunch of plates that spell out Mega Man 5. There's 1 in each level. Most of them are in plain sight, but there's a couple that are hidden away. So there's more collectibles and exploration, and it's pretty cool. And the story for this one is also quite interesting. We have Proto Man again, and this time he's evil, but it's another trick. So we have to go through Proto Man's castle, and then of course Dr. Wily's castle. And this is also the one that really continues to expand Proto Man as a character, which is pretty interesting. And then Mega Man 6. The story is a lot less interesting. The twist villain is just Dr. Wily with sunglasses, so obviously that's just Dr. Wily. But the big new thing for that one is Mega Man can combine with Rush and has these forms. One that gives him extra mobility and one that lets him punch, both of which are used to unlock secrets. There are several stages that have alternative boss rooms, which upon beating the boss rewards you with a beat plate, because you have to collect all those again to unlock beat, which is very helpful for the final challenge. And of course I got to mention the music. This series has such great music. It's hard to kind of pick a favorite because they've really all kind of blended together, playing them all back to back, but very, very consistently, very good. So all of these, they kind of blend together when you're playing them back to back, but I did enjoy my time. I feel like 5 and 6 is doing some cool things, but it's definitely starting to get some fatigue playing them all back to back like that. Not necessarily the best way to do it, but what is next, because I play things in release order, is Mega Man X, which, spoilers, I have played, and that's very different and pretty fun. and very cool. But yeah, I don't think I have anything more to say. Definitely check them out. Gonna, go through the X games, go through 7 and 8, check out 0 eventually. I would say, officially, I am a Mega Man fan now. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that's always appreciated. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.